Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Stanley Parable. Yeah, where we are running through
all of his co-workers were gone
correctly this time, and we'll see if we can reach the ending if we follow everybody's instructions. So again, if I see something new, I will stop. Otherwise, I will just keep going until we get to where we haven't seen before. Alright, here we are again. We are back at the mind control facility option, and I've played everything straight so far, so let's see what happens when we keep going. What's this doodad up here? Light bulb. Do I push it? I guess so.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, I do have the strength, and I will find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom means nothing. What's this button do? The bathroom?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Let's find out.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So what do these buttons do? Is this a button? Nothing. Okay. So let's go back downstairs. See what else we can get up to in here. So the facility power, I guess that's the obvious place to go. Is there anything else we can do in here? Console disabled. That door's locked. Can we turn this on? No. I guess not. Oh, there's numbers down here too. So I guess we have to put in that code on the wall, maybe? So at this point I spent, I don't know, several minutes, a very long time, looking around for all of the possible combinations of buttons and control panels and anything I could possibly push. I don't know if there is a puzzle to solve in here, and I might have just been on a little bit of a wild goose chase, as they say. But anyway, I did you and me and pretty much everyone a favor and just went ahead and sped this part up. There's only so much you can say when you're walking around for this long looking for some codes. So I think we're closing in on the end here. So I think it's about time to return to our normally scheduled program, Standard Speed Stanley Parable. Okay, so I've wandered around for quite a while trying to figure out if those one numbered buttons did anything. And it's time to call it and walk through the door. So, let's see. Mind control idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Well, since we're following the narration, I guess we'll go ahead and turn it off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So I guess that's going to be it. I don't see any other way to mess with the narrator in here, so we'll step through the door and see what happens.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, I think this is the end of the game, and there's obviously a lot more to do, but I think that's going to be it for this playthrough. I do encourage everybody to pick up the Stanley Parable and look for all the other endings. It was actually pretty enjoyable. So I think that'll be it for right now, and I appreciate everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.